What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Tatiana Noel, and I'm back with another video. I thought Ruby was about to try to come right over here. So as you guys can see by the title, this video today we're going to be discussing how to find your power within. All of these tips are tips that I practice myself, are things that I've done and continue to do, and just I know firsthand and personally that they helped me get to a better place in life. Ultimately, if you know me from the past, you know that I was impulsive, irate, just mad, and a lot of things, but I found a lot more peace and gratitude in life. I not only use them myself, I have friends and family who use them, and they've shown growth and just the ability to shine, you know? There's a Marianne Williamson quote that basically is like, how dare you have the audacity to use your power, something like that. I'm literally not saying it verbatim at all, but I'm here today to tell you guys, if you feel like you have a power on the inside of you, if you feel like you're not using your full potential, you have the right to tap in that power. You have the right to tap into that power, to use that power, and to shed light on not only the people around you, but whoever just sees you on a regular basis. You don't know how much you can affect somebody's life, especially if you're a powerful individual. So yeah, you guys, if you're somebody who knows you have a greater sense of power on the inside of you, you just haven't figured out how to tap into it, or if you're using your power and you just don't know how to actively employ it, or if this video just sounds like something that you're interested in, let me ask you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. If you will, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, comment below, and stay tuned because we're gonna get right on into it. All right, you guys? Lego. The first tip that I have for you guys is to spend 15 to 20 minutes with yourself. Now, I'm not going to ask you guys to do this on a daily basis because it is kind of hard, especially if you have kids, a job, or just any type of obligations that don't allow you enough downtime. So it'll be beneficial if you guys do this at least 3 to 4 times a week. When I say spend these 15 to 20 minutes with yourself, that doesn't mean on your phone, that doesn't mean just watching TV. Actually, that doesn't mean any music playing, not even reading a book. If you want to have some meditation music in the background or some sleep noises in the background that just assist you in getting into a more calm state of being, then those are okay. But any type of music or any type of noise that'll distract your brain is not going to work. The goal in spending these 15 to 20 minutes with yourself 3 to 4 times a week is to get you to gradually, get to the depths of understanding yourself. When you spend these 15 to 20 minutes by yourself, your mind is capable of getting messages to you in so many ways, you just need to be able to look inside of yourself. And doing this, spending these 15 to 20 minutes with yourself, allows you to be still and allows your angels, your mind, your guidance, God, to talk to you in a way that distraction doesn't allow you to hear. It also just allows you to get to know your patience level, your temperament. It's gonna show you a lot about yourself. If you can't spend 15 to 20 minutes sitting with yourself, you will definitely figure that out in trying to do so. There's a lot of benefits of just sitting with yourself, no distractions. You get to go into the depths of yourself. And I know that sounds scary, but one thing, or the main thing of using your power, is to understand who you are. If you don't understand who you are, you're using a false power. You're using an ego. You're using pride. You have to understand who you are. That's first and foremost. So sitting with yourself will allow you to understand who you are, so that when you're in the moment of power, you're confident. You're not doubting yourself. You're not doubting your abilities because you spent that time with yourself to know I'm capable. Okay? So that's the first thing that I have for you guys. Spend 15 to 20 minutes with yourself at least 3 to 4 times a week. And once you get better at it, you can increase. You can do this 3 to 4 times a day if you'd like, however you feel necessary, when you feel like you're out of whack. Tip number 2 is to look at yourself in the mirror. I know this sounds crazy because it's I look at myself in the mirror every day. I brush my teeth, wash my face, whatever you do in the mirror, you put makeup on. But this is an intentional act. You're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're locking eyes with yourself. A lot of people don't know. It sounds very weird, and it's not a normal thing to look at yourself in your eyes. But when you look at yourself in your eyes, it's a power that I can't explain. It's an awareness of yourself. It's an awareness of your being, of your state of being in that moment. looking at yourself in the mirror in your eyes, talking to yourself. When you're facing a scenario or when you're facing a circumstance and you want to let it out, talking to yourself in the mirror and looking at yourself and being very authentic. If you need to curse, curse. If you need to yell, yell. If you need to cry, cry. Be as vulnerable as possible with yourself, so that you can know how to handle yourself, so that you're there for yourself. You're supporting yourself and you're comforting yourself. Basically what you're doing is being there for the kid in you. All of us has a kid inside of us. Oftentimes people who are experienced with trauma or have traumatic past, they stop growing at the age of their trauma. When you look at yourself in your eyes, you're there for the kid in you. You're there for the traumatic experiences that you're harboring on the inside of yourself. Even if you're breaking down in the mirror crying to yourself. You guys have no idea how many times I spent looking in the mirror crying to myself, as ugly as I can be. It was hard. It was very hard at first, but ultimately it got easier. And now I'm at the point where I have to look at myself a few times a week. I have to look in the mirror because it's just like, it reminds me of who I am, you know? So be there for the kid in yourself. Support yourself. That way you're not looking for outside support, and that way you're solid in your position and in your stance, and that just emulates a greater air of power, a greater confidence in your power, and people respect it more, This reduces the feeling of rejection, and this increases support. You're supporting yourself, and support is very beneficial in using your power, because there's going to be times when people will challenge you, or there's going to be times when you're actually not right in what you're saying, but that doesn't mean you lack power. That just means there's something that you need to learn, and there's power in being humble enough to know that you need to learn. Not only that, spend time getting to know your features, what you look like, what you have, where your moles are, where your uniqueness is. There's nothing about your body, your being, your state that you shouldn't know. Literally, I think I said this in my last video, nobody should know you better than you know yourself. And getting to know you getting to know you also means getting to know your physical qualities as well. So looking in the mirror will allow you to memorize the features of your face, memorize the features of your body, so that when you're out in the world, you're not second guessing, is that you're not thinking about your appearance. You're not second guessing yourself. You grow confident in how you look. You find love in yourself and with yourself. A lot of using your power and a lot of finding your power within is enveloping yourself in self-love and confidence and self-awareness, and to know thyself. And when you do that, you naturally operate in your higher self, which is the power that you're wanting to use, which is the power that you have within that you're just not accessing because you're not spending time enough to pull it out of you, if you will. It's at bay, it's waiting for you to use it, but you just have to acknowledge it. So spend that time with yourself, lock eyes with your soul, look into yourself. Tip number 3 I have for you guys is my absolute favorite tip of all time, and that is journaling. A lot of you guys right now, I know, are like, I don't have the time to sit down and write. I don't have the time to do this. I don't have the time to do that. And that's cool. If you have an iPhone, if you have a Samsung, if you have an Android, whatever, you have this wonderful thing on your phone called voice recording. Turn that on. Turn that on when you're facing a circumstance. Turn that on at the end of your day. Turn that on when you're driving in your car from work and you're frustrated. Turn it on and let your feelings out. Let your emotions out. Journal. Getting things out is very beneficial because you exhaust all the negative energy, and what's left in you is positivity. What's left in you is power. What's left in you is hope. What's left in you is hunger. Exhaust all the negative things out. Get it out. Open your mouth. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. You gotta ask for what you want, all those things. So get it out. Express yourself. Debrief on your day. Put all of it down on paper. Put all of it down on a voice recording. You don't even have to go back and listen to these. You can literally delete it when you're done if you want to. You can listen to it right afterwards. Whatever you plan on doing with it, that's totally up to you. But the goal is to work on getting it out. So you're not sitting with a problem, you're not harboring ill feelings, and you're not sitting in negativity. Because we all know you cannot use your power. You can't convince people around you to support you and believe in you if you're negative, if you're in a negative state of being. You will only attract more misery, and that's just gonna broaden the negative circumstances that you're in. You're gonna invite more negativity, more drama, and just more circumstances that put you in the state of being that you're trying to grow out from. So get it out of your system, journal, voice record, however you need to do it to get it out. And the caveat in this is, this banger, this clip here, this tea for you guys if you're like me and you got some to say, you can turn those voice recordings into podcasts. If you're entrepreneurial, if you want to grow a brand for yourself, you can turn those voice recordings into voiceovers for a motivational video on YouTube. There's a lot of things you can do with them. It's not just wasted content, you know? It's not just like talking for no reason. So get it out and launch it if you brave enough, you know? I told y'all that tip number 3 was my favorite, but I think I'm lying. Tip number 4 might be my favorite, and that is spend time in nature. Going outside in nature, you connect with source, you connect with the energy. First of all, the sun is the biggest energy source out there. I don't know if it's the biggest, but the sun is an energy source out there. You go outside, even on a gloomy day, and you get sun and it touches your skin, it just like revitalizes you. It's like it's vitamin D, right? You know? So go outside, spend time in nature. What this does is it rebalances your energy, it recenters you, it refocuses you, and it allows you to clear your head and to come from an intentional perspective. And to use power, you have to be intentional, because with power comes great responsibility. And if you don't have intent in using your power, you're going to become diabolical. You're going to become a ticking time bomb, if you will. It reminds me of this show that I'm watching on Netflix called The Umbrella Academy, I think it is. And the main girl, or one of the main girls, she's like a ticking time bomb because she doesn't know herself. She doesn't spend time with herself. She's like a hermit, and she closes her feelings in and stuff. So it's a really good series. But yeah, spend time in nature, spend time outside. If you're brave enough, put your feet in the grass. This will affect your root chakra. You'll feel the energy. This is a real thing. The energy will come through your feet. Your feet will start to tingle, and you'll feel it rise up in your body. And what this does is it secures you. It brings you back at ease. It grounds you. If you guys don't know what this is, I can definitely do a video on the chakras, the 7 chakras. You'll just feel more at ease. Your root chakra will feel more balanced, and you'll feel more at ease. And regrounding you helps you find your power, or helps you get back into a neutral position, to where again you're in your power in a clear perspective. You're not jaded by negativity, you're not jaded by mental clutter, and you're not jaded by the week or the day's burdens, or bags that you were carrying. So just spend some time in Mother Nature and just see how you feel. If you don't just want to be outside, you can commingle 2 hobbies. Like, I like to go outside and paint. My feet are in the grass, I'm painting, I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Tip number 5, very, very, very important. Pray. I don't know who you worship. That's not my business. But prayer does 2 things. You're spending time in a moment of vulnerability and a moment of gratitude. And when you spend time doing those 2 things, you know how they say, like, what you put out in the world, you get back tenfold, what you reap, you sow. When you spend time being vulnerable to the higher power, whomever you wish to praise, and when you spend time giving gratitude, again, to the higher power, whomever you wish to praise, in turn, you're going to grow. When you're vulnerable, you're asking for clarity, you're asking for guidance on how to become better. That is going to attract growth into your life. And when you're grateful and, for whatever circumstances you're in life, or whatever little you have, you're going to attract abundance in your life. So even if you are somebody who struggles with the idea of God, or struggles with the idea of a higher power, praying to a positive source of energy is not a bad thing, because it returns to you what you talk about, if you will. Prayer is very, very, very strong. Again, I don't know, you can pray to Buddha, you can pray to Allah, you can pray to God, you can pray to She God if you wish, but just spending time in that moment of prayer will return to you whatever energy you put out to the higher power. And then the last tip that I have for you guys is tip number 6, and that is meditation. You guys hear this all the time. Meditation is like, it sounds so scary, but it's really not. It's really, really not. Just like with the, what was it that I just said? Just like with the spending time with yourself, with the meditation, we're going to start off gradually. So I literally tell everybody who I know when they ask me about meditating, literally put in 1 minute, 1 minute, 60 seconds, you guys, 60 seconds of deep breathing in through your nose. And this is a trick that I learned. In through your nose, flare your nose out when you're breathing in, so that you're breathing the air in really, really deep. For your belly should be going inwards, like it's going and reaching towards your back, right? Your chest should be pushing outwards. That's how you know you're breathing and taking a good deep breath in. Your nose will flare out. out through your mouth. Your chest cavity should go down, your stomach should expand more, you're letting the air out. Do that for 1 minute. Focus on your breath. Focus on the way your body moves. Focus on listening to your breath. A seamless flow. If you're gaps in your air, you're not calm enough. You know, your breath pattern will replicate your state. Like if you're anxious, you're gonna breathe fast, you're gonna breathe heavier. So slow your breath down. Take 1 minute out of your day. Put your hand on your stomach and put your hand on your chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Same thing with the girl in the show that I was telling y'all about. She has these powers, and the guy who's helping her like tap into those powers, he tells her to breathe. And the way she uses her power, she focuses on one single sound, and then she tuned out everything else. And this is what you will do in the state of meditation. She tuned out everything else, and when she just solely focused on that sound of that water, her powers became so much stronger, and then she was able to control them more. That's the same thing with meditation. You focus on a single sound. But yeah, spend 1 minute a day doing your breath work. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't think about anything else. Find a sound to focus on while you're breathing for that 1 minute, and just allow yourself to feel at peace. This deep breathing, it also brings oxygen to your brain, which kind of clears it out and allows you to access parts of your brain that we don't normally use. And that is going to bring you your power too. Humans can use way more than the 10% of the brain that we use, but there's systems and there's infrastructures in place that allow you to think very limited. And so you don't think that you have the capabilities of using that part of your brain. But the deep breathing and the silencing everything around you allows your brain to go to the depths of itself, and allows the oxygen to go up to your brain. And just think about it like air kind of flowing through and just opening the passageways, if you will. Deep breathing is very, very, very instrumental in finding your power. It silences everything so that the voice that's supposed to speak to you has an opportunity to speak. Because your soul is very timid, if you will. If you don't give it room to shine, it's not going to shine. It's going to drive you crazy on the inside, but it's not going to shine. It's like, you're going to welcome me, but I'm not going to give you the benefit of my being here. You know, so do that breath work. Breathe in, breathe out, meditate 1 minute, this one a day. You have to do this. You have to go hard with it, because it's almost like, you know, you got to go hard with it. You got to get your mind acclimated and used to silencing your brain, because it's like a TV. Your brain is going like this all the time. The more you stop, it's kind of like you got to go back and pick it up, back and pick it up, back and pick it up. So just give yourself 1 minute a day. These are the 6 tips that I have for you to help you find your power within. I personally use these tips on a daily basis. I'm still a hot, chaotic mess. Sometimes I'm all over the place. So I have to employ these tips on a daily basis or whenever necessary, to help me reground myself, and to just get back into who I am and how I feel the most happiest, you know? Using your power is not a hard thing. A lot of us just don't want to tap into that power because maybe we don't want the responsibility that it comes with, or maybe we're just afraid, you know. But you have a duty. No pressure, but you have a duty to use that power, if not for anybody else, at least for yourself, so that you can live a free life, a life free of restraint, a life free of regret, and just a happy life. Drop some comments below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that post notification button so you can know when I post a new video, and share this video with your friends. Share this video with somebody you know is a powerful being, is an alpha human being, but they're just afraid or uninformed on how to tap into that power that you know they have, or you know you have yourself. It's time to elevate, edify, and uplift the people around us, including ourselves. 2019 going on 2020. Life is opportunities are way too accessible, and you don't need to miss another one not thinking you're worthy of it, okay? So tap into your power, go out and get what's made for you, and rock this shit, okay? Peace.